still muted. So once we unmute there, can you hear me?
You're down. Unmute.
It's on? Good. Jeepers, I've stood up the front and everyone's quiet. I wish I could do that at home with my children. Look, people, a very good afternoon to you. It's just past the hour of all the bells ringing at midday. My name's Brendan Quill. I'm the licensed auctioneer here at Colliers International in Queenstown. For those of you that are joining us from around the world, I got a text message earlier from Wong in Beijing. So hello, Wong in Beijing. And we're streaming live, folks, so you folk won't be seen in the room. That's correct, Poppy. You can't see anybody's faces, so there's no privacy law there. And that's what we're doing. So we are streaming live as we speak, so I'll crack into it so those people on the live stream don't get bored with me. Right, folks, I'll go through the particulars of the sale for a start. And before we do start, I'm heavily governed by the Real Estate Institutes of New Zealand's rule and regulations and their code of conduct, along with the Real Estate Agents Act. So anything that's said and done here is being recorded, and we have that will be recording anything that's said and done with regard to the bidding today. People, you are at the top floor of Colliers, the building here, 10 Athol Street. It's just past midday on the 4th of June at 12 noon. People, I've been looking after the home at 5 Primrose Lane along with Emma Lupps, and on behalf of the vendors, Troy and Vera Stewart, under the auspice of Southern Lakes Rentals Limited. The property today is there's no GST implications with the said sale, and I'll now go through the finer detail. 5 Primrose Lane, shot over country in Queenstown, is a fee simple estate of 458 square metres more or less, being lot 328 with a deposited plan of 491187 with a record of title or the unique identifier as 711109. You'll see the property rotating on the television screen. And that's just for the people online. The chattels that are going with the property today upon the successful sale of 5 Primrose are the stove, fixed floor coverings, blinds, curtains, light fittings, the dishwasher, heat pump, garage door openers and the heated towel rails. The property is to be sold free of any tenancies. The current owners will be moving on with a settlement date being set at the 17th of July 2020 unless you've organised something with us prior. People, you'll note the interest rate's been set at 14%, and that's all very good. I'll now move down the page. What I'm working to, for those folk that haven't been to many auctions before, I'm working off the sale and purchase agreement that has been dictated and spread around all parties. So I'm about here now. The conduct of the auction, that's up to me really, but as I say, we are heavily governed. People, I can tell you that a reserve price has been set, but I can also assure you that they're here to sell the property today. The highest bidder, whose bid I accept, will be the purchaser of 5 Primrose Lane today. I'll nominate the sums that we move around in, so make your bidding nice and clear. I may refuse a bid if I don't deem that to be in the best interest of the vendors at that point in time. People, you'll note there's a number of real estate agents in the room. I've been given no other authorities to date. We do note that there are people streaming live and they can ring in at any point, but maybe watching the auction here today. People, it's quite interesting. The vendors, Southern Lakes Rentals, could withdraw the property from market at any point before I put that hammer into my lectern. Now that's a vendor right, and it's something that I've seen exercised 5 times as an auctioneer over the last 20 odd years. So make your bidding spirited, make it clear, and we can go from there, people. Now, people, it's quite interesting. If a dispute does arise, I'll look over at Jenna and say, where was my last bid? And I'll just go back a step and start again. And if two hands go up, I'll do my best to decipher who got that bid. People, at the end, or the fall of the hammer, if you are the successful purchaser, you'll pay to us 10% of the purchase price, unless you've agreed a different percentage. I can assure you that those percentages have been agreed to those parties that have stipulated a change in deposit. There we go, folks. And then you'll pay that deposit to us at Colliers International. And that'll sit in trust. There we go. Well, let's keep it moving. What do you think, Jenna? How's that streaming okay? Everything going okay on the stream? Very good. Folks, you'll note the property up there. It's what you'd call an absolute beaut. And we've been delighted to bring this property to market. I've had the benefit and the privilege of selling a number of properties for the Stewart family, Troy and Vera, and every one of those homes that I have sold, the people have absolutely loved the homes. And that's a testament to the owners and the builders and the developers of those properties. There's a genuine interest to sale today. They're moving out to the countryside. 2 spirited young lads, and they want to get out there on their motorcycles and cause havoc, which is fantastic for the parents. There we go, folks. It's handy to the schools, 4 bedrooms, beautiful light-filled area. The heating, well, let's not talk about the heating because I've never used it. It's so warm in there. I was conducting an open home just last weekend with a young fella, Zachary Hilton, and the warmth in that property, one of the parties to sale noticed that the windows were open, and yes, they were, to let the heat escape. It's a very warm, wonderful feeling property. The splashback, if you call it, looking out towards Walter Peak, Cecil, and the mountains that Queenstown and this area is synonymous for. It's a beaut, it's low maintenance, easy care. You've got all that parking, the parks nearby, the school down the road. These just don't come to market that often in this condition with this sort of spec. Big high ceilings, beautiful gear. I think I've said enough. Everyone happy with that? Now, can everybody hear me? Just give me a nod. If you can, yeah, that's good. And that's all I need if you're going to take a bid today too. So it's good practice to get away with that now. Are there any questions of 5 Primrose Lane before we make a start at the sharp end of it, so to speak? Any questions? No questions, a silly question. I do these quite often. Good luck. Good luck if you're on the end of that. Would someone like to start me away for an opening bid or offer on 5 Primrose Lane? Now, you can start me where you like, folks. I've been given clear instructions as to what my instructions are. I have been given the right on behalf of the vendor to bid on their behalf, should I deem that necessary. There we go, folks. Make it quite clear, I will not be going beyond the reserve price with a vendor bid. So you're quite safe there. I won't be going crazy. Opening bid or offer, if you like, folks. Primrose Lane. There we go. Those that are watching on the streaming, it's very quiet in the room right now. Still very quiet. Hope that helps. Want a weather report streaming live? I'll give you just while these people consider what they're going to bid me. There's a slight southwest flow coming through, currently around about 7 degrees, and the wind is around about 7 knots. Okay. Not quite Jim Hickey, am I? A zephyr of wind. So, would someone start me away at 800,000? Big, have a crack. If there's no bidding here today, folks, what I'll do is we'll just declare the property passed in. Would anyone start me away at 800,000? Property at this just Primrose Lane, 183 square metres, sitting out there in the sun-bathed shot over country. Easy care site, 458 square metres, close to the school. Hold the hands and walk them. You don't have to drive. Nope, no bids today, folks. No one going to have a stab? Well, on behalf of the vendors, I'd start the bidding at 800,000. Bidding's here, bidding away at 800. I'll take a 20 advance if it helps. 825 if you like. Bidding here, the vendors, 825. Anyone on the floor at that level? No? Well, I'll tell you what, I can't sell it for that. We do know what we're selling in the area, folks. We've had some very successful sales in the past 10 days. So we certainly have a gauge on where we think this property should sit. At those levels, I won't be selling. 800,000, 825 if you like. What we'll do, folks, we do know that there's interest in the property. I've just gone through that interest with the said Stewart family in a detailed manner. We do know there's interest. This is an opportunity that exists right now to have a crack at it. This is the most transparent way you'll buy real estate in this country. You can see who's here. Right. People, at 800,000, you leave me no choice other than to pass it in at 800,000. So I'm going to call it 3 times at that level, and I'll pass the property down. First call at 800,000. I'm searching for a bid at 825 or better. Some telephone talking going on over here, and I'm deaf in 2 ears. I can't get them cleaned out at the moment. 24th of June I'm due. Does that help?
You take 810.
Well, 810, well, we're moving in the right direction, aren't we? So, yeah, $10,000 the bid. I'll bid straight over and above at that at 820 myself, and I'll move in tens if that helps. 820 the bidding with me. There's a bid over here on the left-hand side of the floor. You'll note the hand signal going over there. At 810, bidding now with me at 820. So it comes back to the vendor at 820,000 the bid, 30 if you like. Bidding there, 820, 30 if you like. Any further advance off 820? Behalf of the vendors, the bids with the vendor at 820,000 for 5 Primrose Lane. 820. Look, could someone play a little bit of music, like Simon and Graceland Homeless or something like that? Thanks, Poppy. I'll be back, folks. We're back, folks. There's been a slight development. The property has moved in its bidding. I was here last at 820,000. The bidding's moved to 830,000. If there's any further bidding, folks, this is your time to do it. So 830,000. Bidding over here with the gentleman on the left-hand side of the floor at 830,000. Any further bids? 840 if you like. No, you're all done, all silent. What I'll do, folks, is I'll pass the property in at that level, and this is unless there's any further bidding. I've been given instructions from the vendors at 830,000. I'll be passing it in for the first call, second call, third and final call at 830,000. I'll declare that property passed in, and thank you for your attendance. I hope you're having a good day where you're streaming in from. Thank you.